And good morning. So, thinking about it, I'm going to attempt it out of a 10mm plate. Right, so I'm going to have a plate. I'm going to have to buy a plate that's at least the height of this. Right, the height of this gasket, and probably the width. I want it probably to sit on the subframe from the inside of the on top here to there, and I'll probably make it go under and possibly around, because I want to use it to mount the turbos. Right, I want to use it to mount the turbos, so yeah, but I'm gonna have to go like under the heads, because the heads stick out past there. As you can see, you've got this bit of metal here, sticks out past that surface, and a lot of the casting. So I was also thinking this one, the earlier model, some models, this early model doesn't have a gasket. See, even this one is distorting. Lucky it didn't leak. This one is just glued, but there's also a gasket. Because I want to use a 10mm plate, I was thinking of using a thinner one and then bolting it to the plate. But 10mm isn't that much, which would mean I would have to put a 10mm spacer behind this. Right. So that this, because it holds this, when it's bolted down, holds all this together, stopping it from drifting. You see the actual, it sits up against the cog there, but there's a bit of a step. Yeah, let's have a look at the original. Oh, there's also a step on here, so it goes over that. How about this one? Yes, this one also has that step. Okay, that's good. That was a bit of a worry. If it didn't have that step, it wouldn't go over that edge there. So basically a 10mm spacer to go up against that. I wonder if that cog is 10mm. I could grab an old cog and grind the teeth off and use that as a spacer. If I wanted to, I could even like weld it on here, so we don't lose any of that strength. Just a thought at the moment. So I shall need to measure the sizes, and then I'll go to the steel shop and see what they've got. Another thing I will need, I will ask the steel place as well, because I believe they do cutting, how much it would cost to have this cut out of aluminium. I will cut this off as a template through there and through there, so they can measure the aluminium spacer I need to modify the intake manifold to suit. And while I'm at that, depending on the price, I will get some extra cut in case one of you want one. In case one of you guys want one of these on your 4.7. Because I think there may be some interest. So I'm going to get the cutters out, cut those off. I don't go and presume that both sides are the same, that side and that side, so I'll probably cut both off just to be sure. They look like they're the same, huh? If you turn that around that way. I'll cut that one off and lay it over the top of that one. If they're the same, so be it. Okay, so that's another thing I'll do while I go to the steel place. Okie dokie, so I have to wait to get a price for the steel and to get a price for the aluminium to go under here. I know I can get the metal for roughly $25 to $30 a piece, just the bar, and then I shape it myself. But they are going to CNC it for me and do most of the work. So depending on what the quote is, how many I'll get, because I know I would like to be able to, during this project, I'd like to give away a fully modified intake manifold for the 4.7 PowerTech, straight bolt on. I would like to, so I asked him to price me 2 or 6, because I still like a couple of spares for myself. I may want to put one on the overland, or maybe a different one. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how much it would cost. I can buy the cut-offs for $25 to $30, and then I'd probably spend a few days modifying them to suit that manifold and this engine. So depending on how much it costs for them to CNC it to shape and put the holes in and the drill holes, and also the grooves for the seals, right? I said they don't have to have these. These are because the manifold is plastic and it's not rigid, so they put these in so it will seal no matter what. But I could also use a gasket. I don't have to use these, depending on the cost of how much this groove will cost around each hole, right? Like if it's hundreds of dollars just to put these in, probably not worth it for me. I'll probably just make a gasket, right? Oh, we make gaskets. Yeah, it's easy to make a gasket, man, with a hammer and a bit of gasket paper. No problem making a gasket. So, not sure yet what's going to happen. I was hoping to hear back from him today, but maybe tomorrow. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here looking at the project, and he's also going to price me a piece of 10 mm plate, 10 millimeter plate, which is what's that? 10 mm in inches. It's just under half an inch. It's 12.5 millimeters to half an inch, so it's like more than 3/8. I don't know. Get your act together, America, and become metric, please. Like the rest of the world. Stop hanging on to the imperial. So yeah, 10 mm plate. I actually talked to AI last night, and AI told me for 1000 horsepower torque wise I would need 10 mm plate. I didn't think I need 10 millimeter plate for a motor mount, but I'm pretty sure AI, with all the connections to engineering books and stuff, must be right. So, but I don't want to buy an entire 2.4 meter by 1.8 meter plate of steel. I'll never use it all. So I don't know how much that's going to cost. I wish there was a place that had scrap steel, you know, but I don't think there's one here. So definitely not nearby. I've been trying to spin my motor, but I can't spin it at all, like it's seized. But it was running when I turned it off. And it's been inside the whole time. Like, it's not like water got into it. As far as I know, this is a good motor. When it comes out, I'll bolt a flywheel onto it and try and spin it from the flywheel. Or it could possibly be that some of that chain guide is jammed somewhere, you know, in the cogs or something. It's jamming it up somewhere. Maybe even at the top. I don't know. But not having a guide there, it's not good. I've got a roller chain for the next engine. I'm going to put a roller chain, which is in a later model. And I bought the roller chains out in a later model of this engine. And I got a Mellings. The Mellings timing kit that I got was with roller chain. So I'll go with the roller chain instead of the segment chain. They call this a silent chain, but how can it be more silent than a roller chain? All these little, it's like a chainsaw really. These little, lots of little plates riveted together. But yeah, so I'm getting a roller chain instead. Changing it over to a roller chain, which is in a later model. Well, if they went for it in a later model, there's a reason why, I guess. So, I don't think these are fully extended yet. I have a feeling the chain isn't fully stretched. I thought it was. But I looked at the cam charts. I looked at the cam charts yesterday. And the new camshafts have even more lift than these camshafts. 620 624 thou lift, like opening of the valve. 624 thou. 600 is meant to be quite big, so I hope we have enough spring travel to compensate for that, because we got, that's times the rocker ratio. The rocker ratio is 1.85, right? So we end up with 624 thousandths of an inch, because the camshaft is not metric, come from America. And I forget what that is in millimeters. I did do it, but I forget now. So until the heads come back, I wonder when they'll be done. When the heads come back, I'll be able to put them on there and see how we go. If we get any spring bind. If we do, we're going to have to modify the valve train somewhere. Or, I can pay $600 for a completely custom camshaft. So that's $600 plus a few more hundred for the grinding. So you're looking at $1,000 for reground camshafts. But I will own the profile. I'll own the profile, and if I ever need new camshafts done, I'll own the profile, and I'll be able to choose any cam company to do it. I'll just say, okay, here's the profiles. Can you grind these, please? So that is the benefit. They'll be completely custom and they'll be mine. But $1,000. And I've already spent X amount on camshaft, so I hope there's going to be no need for that. But I may have to, but knowing the cams is that big, and if I can get them to work, they should be fine because the size they are. It's a roller, full solid roller camshaft, so it's not a hydraulic one like the factory ones. It's the whole system is a solid roller valve train. So yeah, so my mind is like thinking of the engine, of the conversion, of the transfer case, of the motor plates, the intake manifold, the valve train, the balancing the rods, and everything is going on in my head because I'm doing this by myself, all of it, and that's what I love. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I'm enjoying the crap out of this. I love the challenge. So yeah, so that's good. There's no problem there with that. It's just physically I struggle, but yeah. Okay, well, call it another day there. I was hoping I would have the 10mm plate at least, and I'll be able to cut away on that. Because I don't really want to do the gearbox mount until I've decided on the height of the engine, because the height of the engine decides on the angle of the output shaft, right? And the position of it, you know, backwards and forwards. If I can move the engine back half an inch, I'll move it back half an inch, man, for sure. If I mean I have to get the hammer and dent in the firewall a little bit, I will do that to move it back, because I want as much room as possible in the front here, right? I want as much room as I can here in the front of this engine. I like the way they laid out the turbos in the picture that I'm showing you now. See, that's really neat looking. I saw it a while ago and I saved it, and I will when the time comes and I have to set the turbos up in here, I will look at that picture and see if I can copy that. I don't mind copying certain things sometimes, but yeah, this is definitely a world first. So I bid you all good night. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and send in those tips and comments and advice. PM me or whatever, it doesn't matter. Whatever you feel like doing, publicly or privately, I don't mind. So yeah, look forward to it. And then talk again soon, probably when I have that steel. If I don't hear from him soon, I will probably start on the box for the tank. I have a sheet of sheet metal here. I forgot I had that, and I'll see if that's enough. If not, I have to go buy another sheet of sheet metal. I'm thinking 1 mil. It's probably thick enough, I imagine, for that box in the back. Don't forget, I'm going to use a wooden bottom, because I want to be able to absorb vibration and all that, and noise. So I think they're using some form ply. But anyway, I bid you farewell. Please like, subscribe. It means the world to me if you could do that. Please do that. Please click the like. I would really appreciate it. And share, if you at all possibly could share this channel. I would love that. Thank you very much. So take care and God bless.